in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Japorto's capture is working. Yes, it is. And we're off. So far, clean stacks. Japorto right now at setting up. Oh, Japorto with some misdrops, but he gets the first Tetris. Japorto's gonna have to clean up. Tetris for Lee. Lee keeps the clean board. Japorto is lowering his stack. Japorto right now at 26. Oh, Lee with very rough misdrops. Lee in trouble. Getting the T-spin to clean up things. He's still working on his stack right now at 27. Japorto 29. Lee doing a pretty good job cleaning this up. 30,000. Japorto at 30. So Lee's in the lead. But Japorto started ready already. So Japorto's gonna take the lead with a Tetris to 53. Got a triple from Lee. Japorto gets a Tetris to 99. Tetris for Japorto. Japorto right now at 122. Lee at 52. Lee right now at 55. Japorto at 122. Tetris for Japorto. Japorto at 145. Lee at 57. Tetris for Japorto. It's 169. Lee at 80. Lee having to recover quite a bit of ground here. Tetris for Japorto. Japorto at 192. Lee at 80. Ooh, Lee's playing. Oh, Lee misdropped that. But he managed to get the Tetris just in time. But he's in a pretty unstable position right now. He's getting the lumber over to clean up. 106 the score for Lee. Japorto at 199, building high. Lee is trying to get out of the dig. Tetris ready. Japorto is clean. Hello, Enigma. How, Lee? Lee right now at 204. Japorto at 204. I'm sorry, Lee at 110. Lee again in a dig. He's ready, but he just needs a lumbar. Tetris for Japorto. Japorto at 250. Tetris for Lee at 136. Oh, Lee with a misdrop on the T. He's gonna go for a ceiling burn. Oh no. Lee need to recover here. Japorto is burning and getting a Tetris to 295, so Lee's in a dig. We are now halfway through the second half already for this level. Ooh, Lee having several misdrops, not sure what's happening. Lee trying to recover here. Lee right now at 160, Japorto at 300. Tetris for Japorto. Japorto at 326. Lee at 165. Oh, we got a Lee Tetris ready, going for the Tetris to 210. Japorto right now at 332, winning pretty hot, just looking dangerous for Japorto. Japorto's gonna go for a double, 336. Lee's nervous facing the Brazilian best. It's kind of interesting that Japorto is considered still like one of the best players, even though he's not that active anymore. Tetris for Lee, 237. Japorto getting a dirty Tetris, row 5, 6. So things are getting a bit spicy for Japorto. Japorto at 365, Lee at 242. Lee is setting up. Tetris for Japorto. Japorto at 393. Lee at 394. Japorto right now at 401. Gain a Tetris to 423. Tetris for Lee. Lee right now at 300 transitioning. Japorto about to transition in 2 lines. He's trying to set up for one more Tetris. Lee right now 301, pretty behind. But he's trying to get Tetris in. Tetris for Japorto 448. Lee at 326, sorry. Japorto's gonna go for a triple. Lee Tetris ready, waiting for a lone bar. Gets a lone bar, gets a Tetris. 351. Like, well, whatever happened to Insanizo? Like, now that we are talking about like players from Brazil. Like, I don't know, like, it looks like every Brazilian player has gone through things in their lives that prevents them to be active in the community. Japorto right now at 470, Lee at 408. Japorto at 504, Lee at 420, so Lee's trying to close the gap, but Japorto remains in the lead by a healthy margin. Lee is ready at 420. Hey now, getting a Tetris to 449. Japorto trying to set up for a Tetris. Japorto is setting up. He's ready. He's gonna go for a flat burn, and there's the Tetris for Japorto. 539 Tetris for Lee. 507 catching up. Lee is a Tetris away from Japorto right now. Score-wise, he's ahead in lines though. 539 for Lee after the Tetris. Japorto blocking the well, and this is gonna get dire. He's gonna get he's gonna get squared over, topping out 542. Lee needs 543 to take this, and that triple would do. Oh, he didn't go for the triple. He's gonna go for the double. Okay, that's good. Oh my goodness, that was scary. And Lee is gonna take game number, game number 3. Number 1, sorry. I was thinking like my brain's somewhere else. So GG's. Yeah, I saw he's like showing up like for a split second, but he didn't sign up for anything. Like, so I don't know what happened to him. Let's go for game number 2. Both players look ready, not yet. We got a ready from Japorto. Waiting for Lee to get ready. I gotta drink some milk. Okay, he says so. Let me see. Let me just go back here. Has the milk been drunk? Good thing I warmed up, alright. So waiting on Lee to get ready so we can get game number 2 ready. There was a ready from Lee yet? Not yet. Okay, got a ready from Lee. So let's go for game number 2. Sorry, I don't know how to count anymore. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Lee at 760, still trying to set up for his first Tetris, ready now. Japorto ready with his first Tetris and going after a second Tetris for Lee. Japorto is ready. Tetris, Japorto gets Tetris to 47, Lee at 46. Japorto right now at 51, Lee at 48. Tetris for Japorto, Japorto at 73. Lee is Tetris ready, Tetris for Japorto, Tetris for Lee, Lee at 73, Japorto at 96, Japorto is building. Lee right now at 101, Japorto at 121, Tetris for Japorto 144, so Japorto maintaining a 1-2 Tetris lead as Lee is having some struggles. Lee's gonna go for a double, Japorto at 167, Lee at 103. Lee's trying to get out of this dig as Japorto keeps Tetrising at 190 already. Lee is cleaning up pretty nicely. Needs a J, goes for the lumbar, adjusts for the lumbar pretty nicely, and he is ready. Japorto right now at... There's a Tetris for Lee at 140, but Lee with a very messy board, but Japorto tops out at 194. Another chase down for Lee, 195 the score to get, 195. There's a Y here. Lee in a very high stack, so this is not for free for Lee. 195 the score to get. Lee trying to get out this dig, but still with very rough pieces. He needs a lumbar or a nail, gets the L. Still digging. Oh, this is looking pretty dangerous for Lee, but he's getting the right pieces somehow. Or sometimes, I don't know. Lee right now at 156. And still... Oh, the lumbar doesn't go over. This might be fatal. Lee in trouble, unable to get a lumbar over, and he's down at 157. This is a win for Japorto. Our match is 1-1. We got it ready from Japorto, ready from Lee. Let's go for game number 3 in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, players have started. 12 push-down points from Japorto. Tetris for both players so far. Second Tetris from Lee, Japorto and Lee so far. Playing very cleanly, no burns from either, 45,000 each. Japorto is leading by pushdown points. Tetris for Lee, taking the lead at 68. Japorto is ready though. Lee maintains a clean stack. Right now at 68, waiting for a lumbar. Japorto is ready. Tetris for Lee. Lee at 91. Japorto at 48. Japorto is burning a couple lines and he's ready, waiting for the lumbar. Lee at 91, Japorto 51, Tetris for Japorto at 73. Oh, Lee with a rough misdrop, but he's gonna get the Tetris, and now he has to clean up. Interesting placement of that Aziz, trying to set up a couple of tucks that did resolve. He's gonna go for the double, and he should be out of the dig already. Pretty clean stack in there from Lee. However, losing the lead to Japorto due to this mishap. Japorto now in the lead at 121, getting the Tetris to 143. Lee at 118. Lee is having some pretty good pieces to deal with this hole in column 3, and he's not feeling it yet, interestingly. The pieces are not being helpful right now for Lee. Lee at 126, Japorto 189. Japorto right now at 189, Lee at 130, 34 Lee at 153, Japorto 190. Triple there for Japorto, Tetris for Lee at 220, Japorto at 155. Tetris for Lee at 178, Japorto 222. Japorto right now at 228, Lee at 201. Tetris for Lee at 250, Japorto 252, Lee at 204. Lee tried to get his well open and still unable to. Lee right now at 206, Tetris for Lee at 229, Japorto 275. Lee is setting up 229, Tetris for Lee 251, Japorto 298. So Japorto is still leading by pretty much 2 Tetrises. Lee is ready, Japorto is trying to open his well. Tetris for Lee at 275, Japorto going for some tuck setups, but they don't resolve, so he's forced to keep digging. Lee is Tetris ready, getting a Tetris, taking the lead, not quite. 298 for Lee, 303 for Japorto. So Japorto is still in the lead, but not quite in a scoring position. He opens the well though, so he can get scoring again. Lee is gonna go for a couple burns as well, so neither player is still scoring. Lee's gonna get a nice L right now, 303, Japorto 307, Tetris for Japorto. Japorto maintains the lead at 332, Lee at 305. Lee is ready, Japorto is building, Tetris. Oh, Lee didn't go for the Tetris, he blocked the well as lumber came. Lee's gonna go for some more delayed burns. Has to be careful as the board is getting a bit unstable. He's gonna go for the Tetris 331, Japorto 335. Japorto is setting up. Japorto is ready. Lee is gonna go for an L spin, lumbar dependent, gets the lumbar, gets Tetris ready at 332. Lee at 332. Japorto gets a Tetris to 359. Tetris for Lee at 354. Lee right now 355, Japorto 367. Tetris for Lee at 378, Japorto 369. Hey now. Tetris for Lee at 401, Japorto 370. And Lee is now in the lead as Japorto is setting up a column 4 setup. Hello, say my name. Japorto right now at 300 at 75, Lee at 420. 424, Tetris for Lee at 446. Transition is coming. Tetris for Lee, 10 lines left. Japorto has 16 left. Lee is burning. Japorto is gonna push down a little bit here. Lee is currently at 469. Hey now. Japorto at 379. Japorto building high, going for the Tetris to 402. Lee at 494. transition at 5:18 for Lee. Japorto trying to go for the last Tetris, but still not getting the lumbar. Finally gets transition at 5:32. Lee at 5:24. So Lee with a strong lead right now. Tetris for Lee. Lee at 550. Japorto is 437. Lee is ready. Japorto is building. Japorto is Tetris ready. Lee is gonna get a Tetris to 576. Lee at 439. Tetris for Japorto. Japorto at 465. Lee at 602. Lee is gonna burn some more and he's gonna try to get back in scoring position. Lee at 605. Japorto at 470. Lee's lumbar dependent. He's gonna go for a triple to get the right well open. Japorto right now at 498. Lee at 617. Tetris for Japorto. Japorto at 526. Lee at 621. Oh, Lee with a misdrop on that Z on the left side. Needs to be careful. Lee's lowering his tactic, trying to get back to a more comfortable position to start scoring. Japorto trying to reduce the gap. 564 Japorto, 654 for Lee. Lee's trying to fix his board, trying to get back in scoring position. He goes for a triple, tries to go back to the right well. Japorto at 590, Lee at 663. So Japorto keeps reducing the dig. Keeps reducing the gap. I'm sorry, I was thinking. Tetris for Lee. Lee at 694. Japorto at 594. Tetris for Japorto. Japorto at 624. Double there for Lee. Lee is setting up. Ooh, Lee trying to... Oh no, he tops out. Unable to keep going, topping out 697. So Japorto, 698 the score to get to take this game. So a Tetris Unchanged is all he needs. He's gonna go for that Tetris. He just needs the lumbar. Oh, but the lumbar is not coming. He's still trying to keep the game alive. He's gonna get the Tetris. And he's almost there. That triple will do it. And Japorto is now at match point. GG. Alright, let's go for game number 4. Where's everyone here? OG great versus upcoming great real. Let's go for game number 4. We got both players ready in 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. PK Rick say I won't play in LATAM for another month probably, so I gotta have something to do, says PK Rick. Yeah, this is a pretty hype match. I don't know. I already have my favorites, but Japorto is showing that he is still one of the greats in Brazil. Already at match point. Tetris for Japorto. Lee is waiting for the lumbar. Lee is going to go with a very cheeky L-tuck. And then the Tetris. Oh no. Keep playing, Japorto. We're gonna check what's happened to Lee. He seemed to be having a case of LATAM internet for the... Yeah, we're back. Lee at 27, Japorto 55. And we got a time skip to 50,000. 73 for Lee, 83 for Japorto. Yeah, Lee's game. Okay, Lee's back. Yeah, that LATAM internet moment. Lee at 73. Oh no, Lee with a very rough misdrop. Not like this. Okay, he's gonna go and burn this down. Lee right now at 98. Japorto 107. Tetris for Lee. Japorto 130. Japorto Lee at 98. Lee still trying to get back into scoring position. Japorto at 152. Japorto trying to keep it a clean board right now at 154. Lee at 106. Lee is trying to get his board clean. He's doing so. He's gonna keep burning. Tetris for Japorto 179. Lee at 111. Tetris for Japorto 201. Almost 100,000 points in the lead. Lee is gonna go for a Tetris in column 7 and gets it. 135 for Japorto. Japorto right now, for Lee, sorry. 136 for Japorto, 225 for Lee. What? 137 for Lee, 248 for Japorto. That's the correct score. And Lee is setting up. Japorto is ready. Japorto in the lead at 248. Lee is ready as well, 138. So over 100,000 points separating the players. Tetris for Lee. Japorto had a T misdrop. Japorto decided to block the well. Lee is Tetris ready. Oh, Lee with an overshift of the square but gets a Tetris. 183 for Lee and 254 for Japorto. Tetris for Lee, 206 trying to catch up. Lee is gonna go for some delayed burning by the looks of it. Japorto playing a bit high. 255 getting the Tetris to 279, maintaining the lead. Lee is cleaning up, trying maybe going back to the right well. We'll see it. Lee right now at 302. Oh no. Okay, there's a triple to 216 for Lee. Oh, Lee misdropping that T at the worst time. He's gonna get a dirty Tetris to 240. Japorto maintains the lead at 327. Lee with interesting placements, yeah. I don't know what's the matter with Lee. I think that Lee is not accustomed to this setup yet. I don't know what's the deal exactly. I know he was on vacation for a week, but not sure that makes you disrupted much. Lee right now at 247, Japorto 356. Lee's having just so very last second adjustments that can be dangerous if he doesn't execute them properly. Tetris for Japorto 381, Tetris for Lee 272. Lee is ready. Japorto is ready. Yeah, it was how Misdrop had missed adjustment. Yeah, he's doing the adjustments too late at times, and that can cause misdrops. Japorto at 405, Lee at 295. Tetris for Japorto. Tetris for Lee. Lee at 318, Japorto 429. Lee's Tetris ready, Japorto is ready. We'll play. Japorto is still building. Tetris for Lee. Lee at 340, Japorto at 432. Tetris for Lee, 363. Japorto and Lee are approaching transition. Lee has a T-spin setup, but no T's. So not sure if he was... Yeah, he's gonna bail out of that. Lee at 363, Japorto 439, triple for Lee. Tetris for Japorto, 462 for Japorto, 369 for Lee. Lee is ready. Japorto is ready as well. Tetris for Lee. Japorto is 488 at 48, so transition is coming soon for Japorto. Japorto is transitioning in the next Tetris. Lee still has 18 lines to go. Japorto going for a couple burns here. Lee going a bit too flat, going for the Tetris, still playing from row 2. Tetris for Lee transitioning at 513. Tetris for Lee at 441. Tetris for Lee. Lee now at 463. Japorto at 416. Japorto is setting up. Japorto is going to dig. Tetris from Japorto, from Lee, sorry. At column 6, 494 is catching up. Japorto is trying to get his tech clean to get back into scoring position. Lee is Tetris ready now and gets a Tetris to 520, catching up. He's actually having a better pace than Lee, than Japorto right now. Tetris for Lee, 545. Japorto at 563. Oh, Japorto blocking the well. This is gonna get dangerous. He's gonna get the lumbar all the way over, getting the well open, and gets the Tetris for Japorto. Tetris for Lee. Lee at 573. Japorto at 594. Japorto and Lee is ready. Tetris for Lee. Lee is gonna take the lead at 600. Japorto at 599. Lee is gonna get yet another Tetris to 628. Japorto wants to take us to win this, but Lee and Japorto are now neck and neck, 628 both, separated by a couple hundred points. Lee's waiting for lumbar. Lee's gonna get the Tetris to 661, taking the lead again. Japorto at 637. Ooh, Japorto with some traffic on his stack. He needs to get the wells open. We'll see if he can do it. Japorto at 643, Lee at 690. And Japorto is pretty ahead in line, so that's gonna play against him. Tetris for Lee. Lee at 722. Japorto at 676. Lee is clean up. Japorto at 676. Tetris ready. Lee is also Tetris ready. Tetris for Lee. Lee now at 755. Japorto getting the Tetris to 714. This is gonna come all the way through the kill screen by the looks of it. Tetris for Lee, maintaining the lead at 787. Nice Z-spin there from Lee. 788, Japorto 715. Japorto, Tetris ready, waiting for the lumbar. Lumbar dependent on the left side, he's looking dire. He's gonna get the Tetris, but he still needs a lumbar on the left side. Japorto at 753, he's gonna burn some lines. Tetris for Lee, 826. Lee on a very strong game right now. 827, Tetris for Lee. Lee at 859, Japorto 759, so 100,000 point. Another Z-spin from Lee. Lee at 860, Japorto at 797. Tetris for Lee's 894. Lee's Tetris ready again. Japorto is Tetris ready, but he only has 3 Tetris available. Tetris for Japorto's 832. Lee at 927. So Japorto only with a room for one more Tetris. Lee still on a max out pace here, getting the Tetris to 961. Japorto reaches the kill screen at 869. That's not enough, and Lee is gonna take game number 4, and we got ourselves a decider. And Lee about to max out. Let's watch that. Lee's waiting for the lumbar. There's the max out, 1,036,000, and he keeps going. And that's it, 1,039,000. Lee has a 1.1. So very intense game. And Lee with an excellent pose was able to recover and take game number 4. And we are gonna get ready for game number 5, the decider. Is that your comp PB, Lee? No? Okay. 849. Oh my goodness. Alright. Game number 5 coming up. But that was crazy. Yeah, that was a nice recovery from Lee, because Lee was maxing out like a 450 transition or something like that. We got it ready from Japorto. I'm waiting for Lee to get ready. And this is the game that decides who's gonna advance. We had 2 deciders already in a row on my streams for the LATAM tournament. So it's gonna be Japorto. Alright, let's go for game number 3. Number 5. We got it ready from Lee. Let's go for it. Game number 3. Number 5. Yeah, Lee is a tapper. The points are confusing me. Yes. Wait, what game is this? This is game number 5. This is game number 5. The decider in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. I say numbers and that doesn't make sense. Don't worry. It happens to me and I'm tired, so I might just lay down for a bit after this one. Japorto is setting up. Lee is building right now, setting up as well. First Tetris from Japorto. Japorto 22. Japorto is right now at 22. Lee at 760. That's for Lee. Lee at 23. That is for Japorto. Japorto 45. Lee at 23. Lee's avoiding the burns. Tetris for Japorto. Lee at 25. Tetris for Lee. Lee at 47. Oh, Lee tried to go for a T-spin at a very inconvenient moment. That was not well planned, and this is looking pretty rough now. Lee, not like this. Lee's lagging. Oh no! Is that an issue with your eliminator or something, Lee? Or did something happen? It doesn't make sense. Not like this, please. Yeah, I noticed the lag. We're gonna have a redo. We're gonna have a redo because there was a technical issue with Lee's emulator. Okay, let's have a real decider, hopefully with no issues. Let's go. For game number 5, let me think if I want to actually... What? To actually what? I mean, I noticed there was a technical issue. We're gonna redo. I mean, if it happens again, that will be a game for you, for sure, Japorto, but we're gonna redo this one. That's a joke. Ready? Okay. Alright. Alright, let's go. Let's go for game number 5 for realsies in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris. Alexander de Moraes. Yeah. Let's see these players go off for a very intense match. This is Monochromatica. Sei lá. Eu já decidi várias vezes quando refazer um jogo, porque tem jogador que tem problemas técnicos e eu sei quando eles acontecem. Então, that's Portuguese. Lee with some rough misdrops early on. This is not looking good. Japorto, clean stack at 69. Hey now. Yeah, Lee's adjustments make everybody nervous. Japorto right now at 78. That is for Japorto at 101. Lee at 39. So Japorto off to a solid start. Lee's finally clean at 61. Bom que falas. Estou falando tipo português de Portugal. Que bom que você fala. Lee with another misdrop. This is not looking good at all. Come on, Lee, not like this. Take it to transition at the very least if you wanna top out. But not in 18. That's not honorable. Lee right now at 95. And Japorto at 161. So Japorto also ran into some trouble. He's clean up. Japorto Lee is gonna get a Tetris to 122. Japorto 167. That is for Japorto. Japorto at 189. Oh, Lee with misdrops again. He's under shifting the pieces on the left side. He's gonna come into the Tetris though still, by the looks of it. But not getting the pieces he needs, so he's still digging. Japorto need 214, Lee at 127, so another strong lead from Japorto. It says like Lee plays better 19 than he plays 18 at times. Ooh, Lee Japorto with some traffic on his stack, he has to be careful. Lee is cleaning up. Japorto at 219, Lee at 134. Lee keeps digging. Yeah, I know you were what you were referring to, Enigma. Tetris 4, Japorto 257, Lee at 145. Triple there for Japorto, for Lee at 152, Japorto 280. So Japorto building a pretty strong lead already, over 130,000 points, almost 130,000 points. Lee is still trying to deal with his stack. Where is the lumber for Lee? Lee's not getting lumbers timely. He's gonna get a lumber, but he's not going to do much with it. Lee's gonna get a J. Oh my goodness, that almost didn't go over. 162 for Lee. 303 for Japorto. Japorto building too high though. He's blocking the well and couldn't get the lumber over. He's unable to open the well and he's down at 305. Oh wow. But Lee still needs to do quite a bit here. 306 score to get. Gets a Tetris 210. Ooh, Lee. But Lee's just misdropping at the worst times. 306 score to get. He only needs 90,000 points, so pretty much 4 Tetrises. Yeah, 4 Tetrises. So he can do so before 19. $220. Oh my goodness, Lee. He's pushing down. He wants to end this as soon as possible, but has to be very careful about those pushdowns. He's very close. He's only a Tetris and change away. There's the Tetris, and now he needs to change. A Tetris will be more than enough to take this. He's transitioning at 292. And there's the Tetris that ends the match. 3-2 for Lee. GG. That was a suffer chase down. Yeah, Japorto unfortunately being eliminated at this stage. A very intense game. It's been a pleasure having you. Liz seems to be almost over. Oh, nope. It's not over. Okay, Lee is still... Oh, and he's done. Okay, that was a very suffer game for both players. Congrats to on losing to Noe in the top 8 league. Yeah, Noe is gonna be one of the highlights for the next matches. So, let's go report this real quick. And I'm gonna rate someone. If anybody has any suggestions, I will be... Thank you very much for the follow, El Delincuente. Let's report this real quick.